I'm Catherine Pinkham from the Insomnia Clinic, and I am an insomnia expert. Caring for someone you love can be really exhausting and stressful at times, and so it's completely normal to find that your sleep could be interrupted or poor quality. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing practical, evidence-based tools to support you as a carer. We're going to look at ways to sleep better even during stressful times, how to fall asleep quicker, how to manage nighttime wakenings, and simple techniques to reduce the worry and ways to boost your energy after a poor night. These are small habits that can help you to make the most of your sleep, and it can help you to feel more able and rested to cope the next day. When you're struggling with your sleep, it can be really tempting to go to bed earlier, especially if you're exhausted. But this often makes sleep even lighter and more broken. And that's because going to bed early weakens our natural drive to sleep well. So it ends up leading to awake time in bed for hours, feeling more frustrated and tossing and turning. So instead, if you are struggling with your sleep and going to bed earlier but can't sleep, delay your bedtime for a while. And now what you can do is use your evening for doing things that you enjoy. So it can be really easy to forget sometimes what you need to feel relaxed when you're caring for a loved one. So by going to bed a bit later, you give yourself a little bit of time where this is not only going to help your sleep quality, but also it's going to give you some time to help your brain wind down. This will strengthen the body's natural sleep drive and improve the quality, even if the rest of the night is interrupted. If you wake and can't get back to sleep, then it's easy to become anxious about the lack of sleep, and you might find that your mind is starting to race during the night. Being woken at night time or simply being on alert if you're caring for somebody who might wake can make it really hard to settle down again. So it's a very normal response to uncertainty. But if you've been awake for a while and your mind is racing, rather than staying in bed, actually get up and leave the room if you can. By going into another room or simply sitting up in bed, do something different that you enjoy, like reading a book or watch some TV, or even do some breathing exercises if you find that calming. And what you'll find is that you're more likely to feel sleepy again, and then you can return to bed and you're more likely to nod off. So this technique helps to protect the link between your bed and sleep. So instead of bed becoming a place for wakefulness and tension or anxiety, it remains a place where you feel relaxed and sleepy. When you're caring for somebody, broken sleep, long days, and extra worry can all take its toll. So a short nap could be a really useful way to boost energy, as long as you do it in the right way. Aim for a brief nap, so no longer than around 20-25 minutes, because that's just enough to refresh you, get you through to bedtime, but without going into a deeper sleep, which will probably leave you feeling groggy. Also, try not to nap too close to your bedtime, because it's probably just going to make it harder to fall asleep, or you'll find yourself awake in the night. Remember, this is also about self-care for you too. Rest is not a luxury, it's part of sustaining yourself so that you can best look after the people around you. It's completely natural to feel overwhelmed at times, and it's normal that this impacts upon our sleep. And a really simple, powerful tool that you can start using today is to start writing things down. So take a moment every day to put down your thoughts, to-dos, or your worries on paper. It really helps your brain to start feeling listened to. So your brain is less likely to wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning with a racing mind, demanding your attention to run through all of these things when you can't be productive with it. You don't have to solve everything, just by simply writing it down and acknowledging it can be really therapeutic. Then learn to focus on controlling the controllable. So what are the things on that list that you can act on today? What plans can you make? And for everything else, try to sit with the feelings, acknowledge you're worried about them, but let these things go. Because we can acknowledge we're worried about something without having to engage in it. Caring for somebody else brings really big responsibilities and emotions. So accepting that you're worried doesn't mean that you're just giving into it or you're not even going to try to change it. It just means that you are choosing when you're going to make time to listen and when you're going to move your focus to other things.